Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sunny Cool and this is Elden Ring. And today we're going to be doing the Fia's Champion boss fight. I don't even know how to describe it because it's a bunch of different enemies. You got Sorcerer Roger, you got Lionel the Lion-Hearted or something like that, and you got Fia's Champions. It's like a pronged fight where you first fight Fia's Champion, then you fight Sorcerer Roger, and then you fight 3 of them. And then there's a teleporter after that. So I think this is heading towards the last area. It's like the red dot on the map type of deal after you kill Margit. So yeah, we're gonna go over. I finally beat it. Sometimes this has to happen like this. Like I'll do it on live stream. I can't beat it on live stream, so I have to keep trying until I beat it. Now I know it's not gonna get a ton of views or anything, but maybe there's 1 or 2 people I can help out there, and it'll help with the continuity of things because I'm just gonna be going through the teleporter in the next live stream. So. Anyway, you run up here and you get close to the teleporter and the first enemy will appear. You want to have your summon ready and anything you're about to do. Like on the first enemy, the first Fia's Champion, I tried to beat them with just my rapier. That way I was saving all my magic for the sorcerer and then the 3 enemies. Once my summon is gonna die and then I need my magic, so try to beat the first enemy with the least you can, like the least potions, the least magic. So we got this first guy. What you want to do is get his focus onto your summon. So pretty much just run around until your summon hits him, and then once he's concentrating onto your summon, you go in for the backstab. I got the rapier, so just waiting for my summon to get his attention, and I'm trying my best to use the least amount of potions that I can right here. Okay, so my Luddle the Headless just hit him with a ranged attack. It's not going super well at the moment, but, oh, so close. Yeah, it could have went much better here, but you know how it goes. When you're winning, the time you actually win, it starts out horribly, and you somehow pull off the victory. So at the moment, it's not going so well, and turns out just fine in the end, because this is the winning fight. So I'm trying to get his attention onto my summon, but you also don't want your summon dying on this one. You kind of want your summon to at least survive the first 2 phases. So just running around trying to pull the enemy onto my summon, or near my summon, so he can attack the Fia's Champion. There we go, finally. And backstab. And I got the talisman where you get HP for getting a critical hit. So that was cool. I barely used any mana. I think I just summoned, and then I only had to use like 1. I don't even know if I used 1 HP potion because I got the backstab. Alright, we got the sorcerer next. So same thing. You're trying to ping pong it. You're trying to get his focus onto your summon, and then once that happens, just go wild with the magic or the ranged or whatever you got. You could go in for backstabs again if you want. If you're like a different, like I'm a sorcerer, an astrologer, and I'm all in on sorcery. So my strongest thing is my sorcery. So I do my homing magic because they like to dodge and roll every time you fire magic. It's the AI, you know how that is. As soon as you shoot magic, they know to roll, even if they're not even looking at you. So you kind of have to do homing magic. So I got my homing magic out, and I'm trying to get my summon to, get his attention, get the aggro. Then once my summon gets the aggro, I just fire off a bunch of homing magic. Like, I'm going all out here. I'm trying to I'm like hoping my summon survives through this, but if he doesn't, he did his job, and it's okay. So that's my strategy for the first 2. And you'll get better and better. You'll do, practice the first one, practice the second one. You gotta get better and better at the first and the second phase, and then you'll do better on the 3rd phase. Alright, here's the 3rd phase. My strat was to just run away from all of them and shoot the homing magic and pick one of them to kill. Don't be spreading your butt cheeks out, pick one to kill. My strat was to kill the pumpkin head here with the big axes first. It's a Fia's Champion, because it seemed pretty weak to the magic, and I didn't want to get hit by it. So, eliminate that one first, because it gets hit hard and it hits me hard, so... And once you get one of them down, it's so much easier. 2 is still a lot to deal with, but 3 is, way too much. So you got to get at least one of them out of there. Use your magic. Keep running around the perimeter of the arena. And they're not super fast. I mean, you can't just jog around the arena. You got to sprint, but they're not really going to catch you either unless you're just, push the wrong button or lose all your stamina at the wrong time or something. Alright, the one I call Big Boy here, Lionel the Lionhearted, he shoots those skulls, and they will home. They're like the most slow homing magic that stays on the screen forever. It's difficult at first, but once you get used to it, it's not so bad. You can just outrun it, and the longer you run away, like, they eventually disappear, and you kind of, like, if he fires it off, just, you can fire right back. If you do it immediately, you're fine, and you can turn and run. But if he fires it and then you don't have time to fire right back, you might want to just run away. Because it's going to track you down, it's going to try to get you, it's going to be on you for a while, but it's pretty slow. You can sprint away from it. And even if it hits you, like if it hit me, like sometimes not every skull would hit me and it wouldn't hurt too bad. But yeah, he was my second target, the big boy that was shooting the skulls, because I felt like the third guy, the other Fia's champion, wasn't that hard to me. He didn't hit me very hard, and you know, he wasn't like super fast or doing anything crazy, so I really wanted to get the guy out of there with the ranged magic with the skulls. So the only strats I had with the skulls is as soon as he fires them, you fire back, and then, you know, you can run away and you can outrun them, and you can just wait till they disappear, or you can roll into them and then immediately roll back the other way, because they're gonna still chase you. Like, they will chase you in a freaking circle. Like, it doesn't matter if you roll through them once, they'll still be there. You can roll through them twice and they'll still be there. Like, they stay on the screen for as long as they want, almost. Like, there's a certain amount of time these skulls stay on the screen, and it doesn't matter how many times you roll through them. They're still going to be there until it's time for them to disappear, so... you know, you can roll back and forth through them if you want. That works a little bit. Or you can just go in one direction and outrun them. I think with this guy, he was using, like, the Carrion Slicer sword, and, like, that wasn't hurting me too bad, because I'm all in on magic, and, like, I have some resistance to it. So that was cool. But, yeah, that's my advice. Go for the pumpkin head first, because it hits you the hardest, and you can hit it pretty hard. Then the big boy second, because it has ranged, and then this guy third, the Fia's champion. And once you got one left, all you got to do is get some distance, fire some magic, get some distance, fire some magic. You know, maybe make them miss, fire some magic. And I would totally recommend some sort of homing magic if you're doing magic, because they roll and they just know to roll. Like, they could be looking up in the sky and twiddling their thumbs, and the AI just knows to roll. When they know you're firing magic no matter what, even if they're not looking at you. So, you know, homing magic is the way to go. And that's all I can tell you. Like, I'm a sorcerer, I'm all in on astrology. Like, I have mostly magic is the way to go for me. So whatever your strongest thing is, it might be different for you. You might, like, go in and just freaking cleave all three of them at the same time with some sort of blood loss weapon or something. But yeah, this was my strat for me, and it did take me quite a few tries. Not as many as the Putrid Tree Spirit and the War Dead Catacombs, but you know, this is probably one of the second hardest one. And I think this might be a mandatory fight. I'm not 100% sure because I'm playing the game blind. But if I'm where I think I am, then this must be a mandatory fight. So, yeah, go in, get close to the teleporter, do your summon. You know, try to kill the first guy without losing anything. Like, don't use all your magic or all your potions or anything. Like, try to kill that first guy with the least usage of, you know, inventory as possible. Like, don't lose a lot of health, don't lose a lot of mana, don't use a lot of potions, don't use a lot of spells. Like, try to kill the first guy, don't lose your summon. Like, do the best you can on that first guy and keep getting better at that first guy to where you go into the second guy with more stuff. And then the same thing with the second guy. Once you do good with the first guy, try the second guy, get better at the second guy, get out of there with the most stuff you can. Then when there's all three, you pretty much just have to run around the perimeter. They're not going to catch you and kill one at a time, unless you're just some big beast cleaving them all, cleaving their heads off in one shot. I don't know. But for me, that's what worked. You saw it on the screen, and now we can live stream tomorrow and head through that teleporter. So I'll see you there Sunday around 10 a.m. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. Helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.